On that fateful night, darkness clung to the world like a malevolent spirit, and the torrential rain only added to the sense of impending doom. My car's windshield wipers fought a losing battle against the relentless downpour, their rhythmic squeaks merging with the eerie symphony of raindrops. As I navigated the desolate stretch of highway, my mind wandered into the realm of urban legends and ghost stories, their sinister whispers creeping into my thoughts. My gas tank hovered dangerously close to empty, and the nearest town was miles away. That's when I saw her, a solitary figure at the side of the road, drenched and forlorn, her thumb extended in desperate plea. It was the type of scene straight from a horror movie, and every fiber of my being screamed at me to keep driving. But something compelled me to stop. Maybe it was the haunting loneliness in her eyes, or the vulnerability of her presence in this desolate darkness. She climbed into the car, her presence sending a shiver down my spine. Her face was obscured by matted, wet hair, and her clothes clung to her body like a burial shroud. I asked her name, but her response was a guttural murmur, a language of despair. The silence inside the car was deafening, broken only by the drumming rain and the occasional crack of thunder. Her unnerving gaze never left me, and I could feel her eyes boring into my soul, as if she could see the darkest corners of my mind. Minutes stretched into eternity as we drove further into the abyss. Her mumbling intensified, each word an indecipherable incantation. My heart quickened its pace as dread enveloped me like a second skin. I knew something was dreadfully wrong, but I was trapped in a nightmare of my own making. Suddenly, she pointed a bony finger at a narrow, winding side road that appeared out of nowhere. Her voice rose to a chilling chant, an unearthly melody that clawed at my sanity. The car's steering wheel felt foreign in my trembling hands as I turned onto that ominous path, driven by a force beyond reason. The road twisted deeper into the woods, gnarled trees looming overhead like ancient sentinels of doom. The hitchhiker's grip on my sanity tightened. Her hand shot out, fingers clawing at the wheel, and I swerved, narrowly avoiding a collision with a decaying oak. With a heart-stopping jolt, I brought the car to an abrupt halt. The hitchhiker lunged at me, her eyes now ablaze with madness. Adrenaline surged through me as I fumbled for the door handle, flinging myself out of the car and into the unforgiving rain. Behind me, the hitchhiker let out a bone-chilling howl that reverberated through the forest, a sound that seemed to awaken the very darkness of the night. I ran blindly through the woods, the rain soaking me to the bone, branches tearing at my skin. The woods felt alive with malevolence, as if the very trees conspired against me. Hours later, soaked, exhausted, and terrified, I stumbled upon a remote cabin in the heart of the woods and sought refuge within its rotting walls. When the authorities arrived, there was no trace of the hitchhiker or my car, as if they had been swallowed by the very abyss that had consumed my soul. To this day, I cannot explain the horrors I witnessed that night, nor can I shake the feeling that something ancient and malevolent had crossed my path. It serves as a grim reminder that there are forces in this world beyond comprehension, and some encounters are best left unspoken. As I sit here, recounting the tale, I can't help but wonder if the hitchhiker still roams those dark woods, waiting for her next unwitting victim to stray from the safety of the known world and into the heart of the unknown. The memory of that night will haunt me until the end of my days, a chilling reminder that sometimes the darkness that dwells within us is the least of our fears.